Hi, my name is David Strumpf. I'm the Vice President of Research and Development from Windgo, and I really appreciate the opportunity to speak to you guys today, and would like to thank Black & Veatch for involving us in the IgniteX program. Windgo is a research and development company that's focused on resonant technologies and smart materials. So based on the name Windgo, we make smart windows and building materials that are based on the intellectual property portfolio that currently has 44 granted US patents that started with a little product that goes on windshields that keeps windshields from cracking as easily. So it's a mitigation product for adding life to the ability of a windshield to withstand impacts. While we were working on our intellectual property portfolio, one of the areas that we're involved in beyond glass and resonance is light projection in different wavelengths. So one of the things that brought us into the IgniteX program is that while doing light projection, ultraviolet light is one of the areas of the spectrum that has wavelength opportunities to do work, also in the areas of mitigation. This brings us to the COVID-19 situation we're all dealing with today. So COVID-19 is a very persistent virus, and it's in the family of microorganisms. So bacteria and viruses are affected by, as the last presenter was talking about, ultraviolet light can kill viruses on contact. So surface and air treatment is something that you can do with ultraviolet, as long as you keep in mind that there is a certain energy level, which has to have a certain wattage and a certain distance, and then have the ability to hit that surface and not have shadows or obstacles in the way. So one of the areas that we have our patents involved is the ability to monitor the amount of energy and then monitor human presence. So human presence is often detected by motion. We have different motion detection. We have human presence detection, and we're even using Internet of Things technology to detect whether a device like your cell phone is in the area. So our goal in the project that we're in with IgniteX is to allow a system, through the idea of what we call a smart health fixture, to come into this situation, have a drop-in replacement, and detect to keep people safe and provide effectiveness for the mitigation of COVID-19. So UV light is one of the tools that's used, and it has a wide spectrum that can go all the way from actually down in the low 200s, which would be things like far UVC that will be emerging technology in the future, and 254 nanometers is kind of the de facto standard, and 275 is what the emerging LED technology provides. So generally 222 to 280 is the range that we're operating in and detecting. And what we're looking for is to make sure we get effectiveness on the surfaces that are treated, but also make sure that humans are not exposed to the radiation, which is harmful if a human is directly exposed to traditional UVC radiation. So what you are seeing is an overview of the Smart Health Fixture family of products, which consist of sensory technology with dynamic controlled response. At Windgo, we have an entire family and array of sensors and communication technology to allow projection of varying wavelengths that start in the white light. This would include color temperatures for different ambiance for a room, all the way to mitigation and effective wavelengths for killing microorganisms. So one of the things that we're doing with Black & Veatch in this program is we have different fixture assemblies that we're putting into installations to verify the effectiveness, and we're trying to run this as a scientific study, not just selling a gadget. So what we did over the program period is we did an evaluation of one of the, Black & Veatch was kind enough to let us do a site survey of one of their buildings. And we actually went through all the way through the rapid modular health system that Black & Veatch is working on designing and deploying to areas of buildings where people will be coming back to work and wanting to create healthy environments that are safe and allow a workplace that has a baseline zero, where every morning we're back to a position where we're not accumulating viral content. This led to a finalized plan that we're doing actual testing in the mitigation areas that simulate the small RAMS unit and the large RAMS unit in the basement of the Black & Veatch building that was dedicated for these tests. So this environment allows us to put units that are fixtures in areas and measure what the response is on the walls and surfaces of the rooms. We communicate through the internet as an Internet of Things technology for verifying that the sensory data validates what we measure in the room. And what we're doing is looking for human safety by looking for presence through radar detection, motion through passive infrared, Bluetooth technology, and other sensing technologies that are already in existence in the building today. So here's an example of a smart health fixture with a verification dosimeter. So human presence, as I said, UVC is only presented when there's detection that human presence is not in the area. Dosimeters are what verify that the dosages are correct and sufficient, and then we report through data analytics through the internet. We're also working with partners in the IgniteX program. EB Systems has donated tags for this verification. And we want to make sure everybody knows that what we're doing is, again, human safety, effectiveness. We want drop-in replacements that are easy to use. And we want to make plans for the future that allow other technologies to integrate with ours. Our call to action is we're trying to deploy this so we reach mass scale. The way we get effectiveness is bringing all these pieces together and allowing the communication to feed back through the internet to provide verification of safety. If anybody has interest, please contact me. We would love to talk to third-party validators. We do have OEM and ODM solutions if anybody would like to partner. Thanks very much.